Hey, Kerry Knoll here, and welcome to this short video. This is sneak peek number 2 of the AI Any Industry Niche Engine, or AKA the AI Smart Sales Funnel Website System. And yes, I might sound a little funny, and it's because I have a head cold, and so I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible. I'll keep it as short as possible just to show you the advances we've made, or I've made, over the last week or two since I last shared an update or a sneak peek at what this is and how it works. So what you see right here is the default settings for a real estate agent. I've changed up the menu a little bit on the top just for now, but the bottom line is this is what it looks like defaulted, and so it has this logo that I've gotten a long time ago from the internet somewhere. It's not AI generated, but I'm sure AI could generate something similar to that for me if I asked it to. However, anyway, this is just what we call We Buy Homes. It's for a real estate agent website, right? And it just has the owner, the staff, location, and what they specialize in, some testimonials, etc., right? Everything you possibly need to make a buying decision with this particular business owner or business. In this case, We Buy Homes is what it's called. Again, if you were to navigate this site, like if I try to leave, there's an exit pop that's for a lead magnet. Now, I don't have a lead magnet cover for this one, never have. I might create one here shortly and put it in there for the default, but right now there's nothing there. And then if they fill this information out, then it gets sent obviously to the real estate agent or the business, right? And they have them on their email list. The phone number up here is actually the voice AI receptionist demo. So if you call that phone number, you will receive the same treatment that you experienced if you've called my number on vegastechgroup.com for the voice AI system. The purpose of this website is basically get you to take one call to action, right? So in this case, it's schedule your appointment now, and it's the buttons there in several spots for you to do that. When you click on that, it takes you to the Start Here page, which is the same as this link at the top. What we've done here is we basically removed the navigation because we don't really need the navigation any longer. We basically want our website visitor for our small business customer or client or patient to take one specific action from here on, right? So this is what it says. How to get started with us. Step 1, call our location at, and again, this is the voice AI agent. And schedule an appointment with one of our staff members. Click the button below. If they click the button below, it pops up the appointment scheduling software that's built into the system, right, for them to book an appointment. Scroll on down, we have frequently asked questions, right, and these are all about how to buy and sell a home, etc., etc. There's like 13 of these, and in an office location again, and that's all there is to this website. It's very simple, but it's very effective. And so we have, this defaulted image in the background of a couple in front of a home. For the hero image, of course, we had our logo on the front page, and pretty much if we tried to exit, we get the exit pop again for the appointment booking, or to book an appointment for the agent. So that's the default site, right? So I'm just going to back up here to the front, to the beginning, what you showed here. Then we have this yellow banner. It says, "Thank you for your interest in test driving our brand new AI Smart Sales Funnel website. Warning: the site will self-destruct when the timer reaches all zeros. And then in the meantime, feel free to play with the site as if you're a customer, client, or patient of your business to get the full experience," right? So this is assuming they came here after they actually submit their information to customize it to look like their own business. So we have this page here is what you would send them to, and once you send them to this particular page on your website, on your agency website, I've got this little animated image here just basically being a machine. It says, "Click the makeover my website now and get a glimpse of what the new 2025 version looks like and test drive your brand new AI Smart Sales Funnel website." The website makeover machine shuts down and then there's a timer. However, the timer is expired right now, so it doesn't show up. So they click the blue button, make over my website now. They fill out this form. I showed you this in the first preview video. So all they have to fill out is the first name, last name, email, and phone number. They absolutely do not have to fill out any further than that, and it will default. Now, if they don't fill out anything past this, specifically the business name and industry or niche, it will default to the real estate agent website essentially and look almost exactly the same, if not exactly the same. So they do need to fill out at least their business name and or industry or niche to have it show up and look slightly different. So if we're just a lazy small business owner who doesn't want to do much and experience this, we might just fill out the first part. So I'm going to put in John Doe, and I'm going to use one of my email addresses. I'm going to show you why here in a second. So I'm going to use this one, and then I'm going to put a phone number in, and so I'm just going to put in a dummy phone number. And for the business name here, I'm going to call it John's Plumbing, and the niche or industry is going to be plumbing. Okay, so that's as far as I'm going to fill it out. Everything else I'm going to leave blank. Right, the years of experience, the business owner photo, the business logo, location, city or area, location photo 1, 2, office address 1, 2, their story, whether they deal with customers, clients, or patients, if it should be referencing the business, I or we, my or our for referencing the business, employee 1, 2, 3, employee photos 1, 2, 3, specialization 1, 2, and 3, and then specialization descriptions 1, 2, and 3, and then a custom accent color. And I say here color from your business logo. So if you upload a logo, you should probably put a color that matches, and that would be here. And then you definitely have to check off this box and this box, because it's basically saying by checking this box, I can send or receive transactional messages related to my account, orders, or services I've requested. These messages may include appointment reminders, order confirmations, and account notifications, among others. Message frequency may vary. Message and data rates may apply. Reply help for help or out to opt out. And the next box is similar. It says by checking this box, I consent to receive marketing and promotional messages, including special offers, discounts, new product updates, among others. Message frequency may vary. Message and data rates may apply. Reply help for help or out to opt out. Both those need to be checked. If you do not check both of these and try to move forward, it won't let you. If you check one, it won't let you, so you must check both, and then you can move forward. So small business owner checks those boxes, says generate my new AI powered sales funnel website experience, and then here it says you have 1 hour to play with your new website, and then it'll reset for the next business owner to test drive. It's actually going to be 2-hour window, and I'm going to update that. So we're going to click this button, and after I click it, it's going to bring us to another page, and that page shows our animated GIF again, and then there's a countdown timer that's expired right now, but it does show 5 minutes or so for an email to show up to their inbox to confirm that their site is ready to use with the link to the site, because at this point they don't know the link that I just showed you with the demo site. Alright, so we're going to get that email, and when we get that email, we will then click over and look at our new website. Okay, so the first email we received right here is good news. You're up next to demo the AI Smart Sales Funnel website system. So that means our John Doe, if this was John Doe's email account, this is what he's receiving, right? An email to notify him that he can start using, or almost ready to use, I should say. He's up next to demo the AI Smart Sales Funnel website system. And so he just gets this email. You will receive another email when it's fully ready to use. If you don't see it, please check your promotions tab or spam folder. Sincerely. And then I have my name and my phone number, and I will have my, this also includes your website URL to back to your agency site, in between your name and phone number if it's set up inside of your sub account. So we're just going to pause here for a second and wait for the next email when it's ready. Okay, so everything completed. Now it says your AI Smart Sales Funnel website is ready. And it says you have 2 hours to use it. After that, it will automatically reset to default settings. Please let me know if you have any questions or concerns. And then give them a link to it. So until, like I said, up until this point, they don't have a link yet to go visit it until they get this email. Once they get this email, they can click that link and visit it. So if we go back to our site and I reload it, we have a whole different site based on a few factors. Like we have a different logo that was created based on plumbing. I'm still working on cleaning up some of this stuff with the way AI was producing the images. Not exactly 100% certain why a transparent image like this, when you ask for transparency, is not truly transparent. It could be that we're not downloading it yet, and that's the reason, and we're not downloading it because we can't at this point, where we can only use it based on the URL it returns for the image from ChatGPT or DALL-E 3 in this exact example. So we're still working through a couple bugs, of course, and things like that. We'll get it figured out. But you can see the text here changed to lorem ipsum, general text. We have a catchy headline. We'll go here by default. We don't put a headline in because no real reason, I guess, to do it. We can if we want to. Underneath the logo, we put the name of the business, John's Plumbing. That's what we called it. Our phone number stays the same here because it's still the voice AI demo phone number that they can call and talk to it and see how amazing it is when they do so. Fax number is irrelevant, it's just there for placement. Address, same thing. Doesn't really matter if that's there or not, if it's right or not. Scroll down, we have our background image of some plumbers. Of course, it's more like obviously AI generated. You can tell it's not real people, but it's still kind of neat. It still looks pretty good. Meet the owner. We just have the name there now, John Doe. We didn't upload a headshot, and it will just use a default headshot that's on the real estate one. We didn't add any story, so therefore it's lorem ipsum as well. Meeting our staff, same thing. We used the default employees, the 3 names of my 3 favorite heroes from 3 different movies. Jack Traven's from Speed, John McClane is from Die Hard, and Martin Riggs is from Lethal Weapon. Of course, these are not those guys. These are just 3 random photos of nice-looking young men who work for this business. And then we have our location with the default image as well. We haven't swapped that out. There's no need to generate one via AI for this, so we'll just leave it default to that unless they would upload their own. Address stays same. We specialize in installation and repair of pipes and fixtures, drainage and waste management, water heating systems, and blurbs about those. It's all AI generated. Here too, with what our clients have to stay, we don't swap any of this out for AI. We all use the same ones, the same images, the same generic names, the lorem ipsum, simply because it just needs to be there for them to have an idea of what it would look like. And then, of course, schedule your appointment now. So if they click any of those buttons, or we click over here on New Visitor Start Here, it takes us to the Start Here page, shows the image in the background like we talked about, it still has the phone number. But now here's where we get our FAQs that are all about that particular niche. So all those real estate ones were swapped out for the AI created ones when it comes to this particular niche. So all this is about plumbing, right? All 13 of those are about plumbing. So those are generated from AI. And then that is their new website. Of course, right now the chat widget for Conversation AI is not enabled and showing up here, which would also be dynamic about a plumber and plumbing services. And of course, like I said, the big call to action is to sell them on the voice AI receptionist demo, right up on top. So now, what happens if someone else comes in and wants to use the demo website, right? So this is what it looks like right now for the next 2 hours, and then it's going to reset to the default like I showed you at the beginning of the video. So if someone else comes in and wants to use this, if I go back, and let's say someone else wants to, comes in within the 2-hour window that this other person has to use it. So we put in their name. It's going to be, let's go with Jane, and we'll just go Jane Doe, and the email here we'll use, and then the phone number does need to be unique in this case, so we'll do 555-1213, even though that's the defaulted fax number. That's fine, doesn't matter, it just needs to be a unique number, otherwise it'll overwrite the other record. Jane's Dentistry, and she's into dentistry. Okay, so that's all she fills out. And so then she checks off these 2 boxes and she clicks generate my new AI powered sales funnel website experience. So it kicks us over here again and explains that she should receive an email confirmation when setup has been completed within 5 to 10 minutes or by the time the timer below reaches 0, which is of course expired at the moment, but it's a 5-minute timer. Otherwise, she's going to receive an email if there's someone ahead of her in the queue that lets her know she's in the queue basically, and someone else is using it, and that she'll receive an email confirmation as soon as that other person's timer is up. Their time is up and their site has basically self-destructed. In the meantime, I forgot to mention that while John Doe, our first small business owner lead, came into the system, when his time started, when his ability to use the site started, we also got notified a new lead, John Doe, AI Smart Sales Funnel website system demo is about to start. It says good news, there's a new lead, and gives me the name and the email about to demo the AI Smart Sales Funnel website system. You'll receive another email when their time is up. If you don't see it, please check your promotions tab or spam folder. Sincerely, the AnyBot. All right, so you get notified when someone starts to use it as well, because we want to make sure you as an agency owner or local small business consultant can be on top of the people who are actually visiting your site and opting in to test out the AI Smart Sales Funnel website system. So you can also kind of follow up with them immediately after they do demo it and ask them how their experience was, etc. So that is important. I want to share that with you. Okay, so this is the workflow that gets everything started, right? When they submit that form, they get tagged as a new lead. We move them into a pipeline stage called waiting, and then we check to see if a custom value of active lead is yes or no. If it's yes, it puts the person in the waiting game over here. And if it's no, there's no active lead using the system, it puts them through over here, moves them to the pipeline stage active, and then adds them to the workflow to start the test drive timer 2 hours or until a new lead again. And since there's a new lead over there inside of the next workflow, this person, which is now Jane Doe, right? This is the person we just submitted, has to wait until the 2 hour window is up in order for them to use the system. All right, and so when that happens, it's going to end up, like I said, sending them an email, letting them know they're in the queue, and that they'll receive an email as soon as they're ready. The system is ready to accept them to use it, right? So that notification will go out to them, and then what will happen is they'll move into this workflow, and when they come into this workflow, it's basically going to send out this email. It says, "Good news, you're up next to demo." Like I showed you the email before, we get an internal email notification as the agency owner, essentially saying, you know, a new lead, again, AI Smart Sales Funnel website system demo is about to start. So that was the email I just showed you. And then we update the custom value to yes for the active lead. We add the tag active to the lead. We add them to a workflow 02 update contacts custom fields. It's the first workflow they go into. And then they sit here and they wait for 2 hours. And once their 2 hour wait time is up, they will move to the pipeline stage finished. We'll remove the active tag. We're going to reset the custom value to active lead to no. And then we're sending them a follow-up email that basically says this. It says, "Thank you for your interest for test driving the AI Smart Sales Funnel website system." And then it says the same thing in the email. "I'm curious, what did you think? Pretty cool, right? Do you have any questions or suggestions? Looking forward to your reply." So I'll send that off here in a second when I move him through quickly, because I can do that inside of high level. And then we get a second internal email notification that tells us that the new lead just finished demoing their AI Smart Sales Funnel website system. And then we reset the system back to the real estate agent settings. Okay, so if I want to move him forward now, I can do that. I can just say, "John Doe, we're going to move you forward as if your time is up." So if we reload this workflow, he should move forward, and he's no longer in 2 hours. He's moved through. He's completely out of this workflow, right? So now if I go back to this workflow, if the 5-minute timer is not up, she should still be sitting there, and she is. So what I'm going to do is just move her forward quickly. So we're just going to click on this and move her forward to the next action. And then she's going to basically come up here. It's going to be no. So therefore, she's going to come this way and be moved to the pipeline active. So if I go back here to the pipeline, we had John Doe in active, right? But he's now going to be in finished, and then she's going to be here in active. I should have showed you when she was sitting here and waiting, because she was waiting while he was active. So I reload this. We have Jane Doe now active. We have John Doe finished, right? So that's what's happening. So if I reload this, and she should be gone out of here now, completely out of this workflow. And she's disappeared. And now she'll be in this workflow, probably sitting here at the 5 minutes waiting for the automatic reset to finish, because I just want to make sure there's enough time so things don't overlap and it gets kind of screwed up. So that's why we're doing that. So when I reload that, she should be sitting in the 5 minute, but we'll just move her forward because the site should be reset already. So we can double check that. Okay, so the reset has happened. She's sitting in that wait. So we can move her forward without any conflict. So we'll just go ahead and move her forward so we don't have to wait. I'm going to reload this workflow. And now this email was sent. This internal notification email was sent to the agency owner, you, or the local small business consultant, you. This value is updated, tag is added, she was added to the workflow. Now she's waiting here for 2 hours. There she is, Jane Doe, right? Okay, now Jane Doe got the email. Good news, you're up next to demo the AI Smart Sales Funnel website system. You'll receive another email when it's fully ready for you to use. If you don't see it, please check your promotions tab or spam folder. Sincerely, your name, your phone number, etc. So now we're just going to wait till she receives the email to show that her website is ready to use. In the meantime, if we come back over here, she's still going to be here and active, and he's here and finished, and she'll move to finished when her 2-hour timer is up. Also, as the agency owner, you'll receive an email. The AI Smart Sales Funnel website reset is completed. You'll say, just FYI, the AI Smart Sales Funnel website reset is now completed. Restored to the default setting for a real estate agent. Sincerely, the AnyBot. So you get notified of that when that action happens as well. Okay, so Jane's site is ready. So she got an email notifying her, your AI Smart Sales Funnel website is ready. Hi, Jane. Your AI Smart Sales Funnel website is ready. You have 2 hours to use it. After that, it automatically resets the default settings. Please let me know if you have any questions or concerns. And she gets the link to test it out. So she goes to the link, and remember we had it reset here. Well, she comes to the link for the first time. It's going to load up dentistry information because that's what she gave us, right? So we have a dentistry logo, and it says Jane's Dentistry, whatever her business name is. In this case, that's what I put in. We have this hero image in the background that's generated from AI. Again, this could be a real office photo. It just gives them an example and a sample of what it could look like and how it could function. And of course, again, everything remains the same by default unless they upload more information. But we specialize in orthodontics, periodontics, endodontics, and so we have these 3 specializations with descriptions. The testimonials remain the same, everything else remains the same, and if they click on schedule your appointment now, then they move over here with the hero image in the background. The phone number remains the same. Of course, Jane didn't upload a photo, so she gets a guy image here for her, unfortunately, at this moment, but we'll make some concessions and we'll see what we can do about that. And then here we have our priorities to make sure that we help you address your concerns about your visit. At your first visit, here what you expect. So of course, all 13 of these are all about dentistry, right? And then we have the office location again, and remember, to them this looks brand new and fresh. They don't know that the real estate agent version necessarily has this guy or has this office location image, etc. So it looks unique to them, and that helps, of course, make it feel more custom, even though we know it's not 100% custom. We're just customizing a few things. Again, if they come in here and decide that they want to customize more things, right, and they come down here and they fill out their user experience, and they put in their photo and their own logo, and they put in the location city, and if they have a location photo, they add, address, they put their own address in, they put their own story in, they select these things here, if they put their own employee photos in, and or names and then specializations, etc., then it's going to definitely be even more customized for them. But during this sneak peek number 2, I just really wanted to show you that things are moving along nicely, and I'm very happy with where things have progressed to, and we have some more bells and whistles to add to this to make it even more powerful for you as an agency or a small business consultant. All right, so that kind of concludes today's sneak peek number 2. I hope you're excited as I am to get this implemented in your business, and I cannot tell you how happy I am with the progress and what we've created here, and how powerful and impactful this is going to be for selling itself to small businesses. So with that being said, again, for a limited time only, you can get it 100% free by joining AI Agency Insiders below this video through the link and or in my emails if you're opening this in my email. And once it actually gets 100% finished, which we're very close to the finish line at this point, then it will no longer be included in AI Agency Insiders for free, and it will be something you have to purchase separately. And honestly, right now, my thoughts are to sell it for about $4,999 or $5,000, because I do believe it's worth every penny of that, especially when you consider how impactful and how powerful this sales tool will be for your business. So if you want to avoid paying that kind of fee for it down the road, of course that fee would include me setting it all up inside of your high level account, etc., for your agency. But I will do that same service for you for the most part within AI Agency Insiders for just a measly $99.99 per month. So if you're on the fence, or you've been on the fence, or you're not quite sure, I think you should just dive in, take the plunge, see what AI Agency Insiders has to offer you, because there's some amazing other engines in here and things of that nature that I think will benefit you and or your clients. And so, yeah, that's what you should do. So that's the warning shot across the bow. You need to know that this offer, for it to be 100% free for you, is going to go away the minute that this thing is 100% ready to be launched publicly to the masses. Okay, so with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. As always, if you have any questions, please leave a comment below this video or reply to this email. I'll be happy to answer them for you. Please give this video a little thumbs up, like, and please consider joining or subscribing to my YouTube channel as well. I appreciate it very much. Have a good one. We'll talk to you real soon. Take care.